Well, Netflix is still reeling from its unexpected decline in Q1 subscribers. The stock down again in this session, more than 4%. The streaming giant now exploring an ad-supported model for consumers. And our very own Ali Canal here with me at the desk. And Ali, last week when we heard Reed Hastings say this, everybody said, that's the one thing you said you would not explore. What's changed?
Yeah, I thought this was really interesting because we did have that unexpected dip in Q1 subscribers, and I really think that was the focus for investors. But the fact that we could see this ad-supported lower price offering seems very likely over the next year or two, Reed Hastings says, I think is a really big move in this space, especially because he was so adamant that this would not happen. But there are a few things at play when it comes to why now. We have sky-high inflation. Consumers are cutting costs any which way they can. And we have a streaming environment where there are a lot of players and therefore a lot of choices. So I wanted to dig a little deeper into this. I spoke to an executive at the Trade Desk, which is a $32 billion ad buying company. And he told me that there's a lot of streaming fatigue right now. If you take a look at all the players on the market, there are just so many out there. And according to the latest survey from the company, consumers only want to spend $30 max per month. So that limits you to a select amount of services unless you're subscribed to a more ad-based offering, which does give you that flexibility. Now, another reason we're seeing this happening right now is that the AVOD model has been proven at this point, and it's been proven with more premium brands. So think Disney, think HBO. HBO Max launched their ad-supported tier last summer to a lot of success. We have Disney revealing that they will launch their own this year. And then Hulu, they've been running ads since 2007. And according to ComScore, last year, they made up most of the connected TV market, nearly half of that, in fact. So this is happening. This is something that consumers seem to want right now. I know you and I were talking in the break. I don't really have the patience for ads, but
I have zero patience
for it.
But
the Trade Desk had another fun fact in their survey that more viewers are watching streaming with ads than without, 44% versus 33%. So there seems to be some sort of an appetite here.
Well, and we heard from Reed Hastings in the earnings call last week say it is about optionality. At the end of the day, he's been watching what Hulu's been doing. He's been watching what other platforms are doing. They've proven out the fact that this works. What does this mean for the viewer experience for Netflix?
Yeah, and that's really the pinpoint here. Is it going to be the typical ad that you see on a TV? And I think with Netflix, it's going to be very different. The expert that I spoke with said you can expect a lot of experimentation, a lot of interaction. And what's great with Netflix is they're not beholden to the traditional legacy structure that you have with these pure play media giants, these cable companies, where you're just getting a 15-second ad spot or a 30-second ad spot. They can really rewrite the rules here. They can be a bit more creative in terms of how they present these ads. And the best part is that they can use the data from the ads to further educate them on the type of consumer. And that's really what all these streaming giants want. The more data they can get, the better. So it could potentially be a win-win in terms of both customer retention and customer information, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I know the experts I spoke with in the ads and marketing space, they are so pumped for this. They've been waiting for this for a long time. But we'll have to see how consumers react.
It's interesting you mentioned the data part because content creators, that's been the criticism of a company like Netflix, is that so much of what they greenlight is based on the data that they see and what they're seeing people consume. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Ali, thanks so much for that.